Hey everyone, welcome to my grand review part 8, the Warlock cards. Let's start with Dark Bargain. This card seems a little bit interesting to me because on the first hand it looks like Siphoned Soul, just a little bit weaker because you get this huge disadvantage that you discard 2 random cards and you lose the 3 health gain, but you destroy 2 enemy random minions. So this is really kind of nice to destroy huge taunt minions, something like maybe an Ancient of War or something, and maybe Druid of the Claw or Sludge Belcher or even a smaller minion like a Piloted Shredder. So I think this could see some play on Constructed Zoo, but this is really like, I'm very optimistic here. It's an interesting card. I think in some deck in the future it will see play. Hopefully it will see play in Zoo, but yeah, maybe I'm wrong. In Arena, I think this card is, yeah, okay in Arena. Really. There do you belong, Demon Fuse. Dreadsteed. Okay, this is a fun card. It will always stick on your board unless the opponent has silence. But it's just a simple 1/1, and that's really super weak for turn 4. If you make this for 2 mana, it's totally overpowered. If you make this for 3 mana, it's maybe also still a little bit overpowered. For 4 mana, I think it's way too weak. And yeah, also this is the last thing we needed, a card which fills the board with patrons immediately, because it always respawns and then you get the new patron. Yeah, I don't know. This card, maybe in some weird future universe somebody will find an OP combo with the Dreadsteed, but I just don't see it. There's no way to give this card charge. Like, how do you get the Warsome Commander into Warlock? I don't know, with some random effect. No, this card is a little bit too weird. So no play in Constructed in Arena. I think it's also too weak for Arena. Fearsome Doomguard. I think this is mainly a buff for Bane of Doom, because you get a really strong minion as a possibility for Bane of Doom. That's quite nice. And yeah, there's not much to say about this card. It's a budget card if you want to have a huge minion. But again, there's also the Elemental, which deals 1 damage to all enemy minions. And yeah, not enough for Constructed. In Arena it's pretty good. Nice stats, but yeah. Fist of Jaraxxus. Yeah, that's a really interesting concept. I like the idea, but I think the card is not quite strong enough because it deals damage to a random enemy. So sometimes it will hit face when you want to hit a minion, sometimes it will hit a minion when you want to hit face. Yeah, that's a little bit too weak, and I don't really believe in the discard deck. It's a really nice idea, but for Constructed it's too weak, and in Arena you cannot really count on even getting cards to discard the card. So yeah, it's a little bit too weak. Also, I think it's really overpriced with 4. Why does this card need an effect? I mean, it could easily cost 3 mana, and I would still not really consider it to be good, because you deal damage to a random enemy. And yeah, random enemy, not a minion. That's really different. So a little bit too weak. Tiny Knight of Evil. Yeah, I don't really believe in the discard mechanics, so I think this card is a little bit too weak, even though it's a demon. In Arena it's alright, but in Constructed it's not good. Void Crusher. Yeah, I think this card is also too weak. Even if you manage to combine this with your Implosion, you fill your board, maybe you also have a Haunted Creeper, some really sticky minions. The Void Crusher can still destroy himself, and yeah, you also just destroy an random enemy minion, so when you're fighting like Zoo against Zoo, the value is like very low. You really need this to destroy something like, I don't know, Druid of the Claw to make it to make it gain some value. But yeah, sorry, this card is too weak. Next card is Wilfred Fizzlebang. Yeah, interesting. So the dream is you play this and you get your Lord of Jaraxxus and you also play Lord of Jaraxxus, or you get your Mal'Ganis and you play Mal'Ganis on the same turn for free. Yeah, interesting. I think people will try this out, especially with the Fencing Coach. The Fencing Coach allows to play this card on turn 6, and you also play another card for free if the card you draw is really good. So interesting. It has to be removed immediately. You don't want to give your opponent many cards for 0 mana, but yeah, not quite sure how strong this is gonna be. People will try it out. The 4/4 body for 6 mana is very, very weak. Yeah, it will see some tryouts in Constructed. Not sure how strong it will be. The last card is Wrathguard. This card is almost viable, but I think it had to be a 3/4 and not a 4/3, because this still trades even against something like a Knife Juggler, and then you get the damage also to your hero, which is not a big deal, but it is a small disadvantage. So, and you get nothing compared to a Knife Juggler. The Knife Juggler gets the knives, and this card for a really strong rush deck, this card is okay. It's a very budget version if you want to rush down your opponent like with really hard aggro. And the effect that it's a demon, that's also kind of nice. And the negative effect is really not that much of a deal, because damage to your hero doesn't really matter. You can use your life as a resource, but still it trades even against most 2-drops, and that's a little bit too weak. So yeah, not quite good enough. So overall, I'm not really excited about the Warlock cards. Warlock didn't get that much love, but on the other hand, Warlock is still one of the most played classes. With Zoo and Handlock combined together, the class has already lots of potential, so yeah. And we see some really interesting cards, so I'm really not sure what to think about Wilfred Fizzlebang and also Fist of Jaraxxus. Let's see how good that's gonna be. And maybe somebody finds a dream combo for the Dreadsteed. I don't see it, but yeah, fine. Okay, thanks for watching. Please leave questions and critics in the comments as always, and please make sure to participate in the tournament before Monday when the form is closing. Bye bye.